Come back to doors. Exception. The referee after the goal has sounded. And now, Tony. Come on, Tony, chill it. All the heads to prevail, and it's all getting a little bit physical.
Okay, by popular demand, as you guys know, it is a week ago today where Lorenzo Reynolds, the strength and conditioning coach of Jermaine Franklin, shoved Anthony Joshua after Anthony Joshua grabbed him and pretty much forced him back to his own corner where he was pushed by Reynolds. However, Tony Bellew jumped in because he was outside of the ring and he called out Lorenzo for intervening in those guys' quarrel or spatter altercation. And in return, Lorenzo jumped out of the ring trying to get at Tony Bellew. And Tony Bellew was well, willing, and able. He was not like other people that stood on the sidelines. He was ready to get with Lorenzo. So it did start with AJ. AJ is a guy now that you don't really know what you're going to get. He's like a box of chocolates these days, right? So he did grab Jermaine Franklin even after the fight and, was talking tough shit at Jermaine Franklin, and doing pretty much the same thing he was doing to Jermaine, but he was talking at Jermaine. And Jermaine, of course, is a cordial guy, but I think after that bell rings, you really don't know who these guys are. Most importantly, you don't know who the corner is. And Lorenzo Reynolds was one of those guys that was showing AJ like, look, I'll get with you. You're disrespecting my fighter. Let's go. Okay, so when he seen Tony Bellew, say some things and some words of force to him, he was ready to oblige and fight him as well. So it was very, very interesting, to say the least. I think it could have been worse, people. Again, this could have been a lot worse. I'm glad the security was heightened. I'm glad, shout out to O2 security team or whoever security team for calming down that altercation. Derek James and the head trainer of Jermaine Franklin as well, because, let's say everybody decided to have the same energy, the same fighting, quarrel, reason to throw down. That would have been something totally different. It would have been some jail time. It would have been some fines. It would have been some cuts, some bruises. It would have looked like Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. And that looked like where it was going, honestly. Because lately we've seen, the crowd breaks out in a riot and a fight and all this stuff. But we don't really see the fighters do it for a very long time, or let alone the trainers, So it puts me in mind of John the Quiet Man Ruiz's trainer, Norman Stone, if you guys can remember him, but he was very outraged, very entertaining. And again, you never knew what you were going to get with him except aggression, and more aggression. But you guys tell me what you think of this in-depth, and this is coming from Carl Froch's video, okay, that showed Tony Bellew and Lorenzo Reynolds almost coming to a blow-on-blow altercation. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.